Welcome to Karma's Harvest. A charming con artist thought he had executed the perfect scheme by selling hundreds of fake gym memberships and vanishing with the cash. But he was about to move into a trap of his own making. What happened next changed everything. Have you ever wondered just how closely our past trails behind us? Marcus was a man who lived for the thrill of the con. He arrived in a bustling mid-sized town with a glossy presentation and a smile that could disarm a vault. He set up a massive billboard for Apex Elite Fitness, promising the most luxurious, state-of-the-art gym the state had ever seen. The pre-sale deals were unbelievable. Lifetime VIP memberships, personal training packages, and spa access, all for a fraction of what they should cost. The catch was that you had to pay in cash or direct wire, transfer to lock in the early bird rates. The community was ecstatic. It wasn't just wealthy people who bought in. It was single mothers trying to find a healthy outlet, college students spending their dwindling savings, and elderly residents, hoping for a safe place to do their physical therapy. They trusted him. They handed over their hard-earned money, believing in a better, healthier future. But the night before the grand opening, the massive facility remained completely dark. The equipment never arrived. The doors were padlocked. Marcus had emptied the accounts, scrubbed his digital footprint, and vanished into the night, leaving hundreds of innocent people with nothing but worthless paper receipts and a profound sense of betrayal. The devastation was palpable, a heavy cloud of stolen dreams and financial ruin hanging over the town. Months passed, and Marcus, now operating under a completely fabricated identity, relocated to a wealthy, sun-drenched city hundreds of miles away. The stolen money afforded him a lifestyle he had always craved. He wanted to lay low, but in absolute comfort. So he set his sights on a breathtaking luxury townhouse in a gated community. To avoid any rigorous background checks or credit inquiries that might expose his new identity, he made an offer the leasing agent couldn't refuse: a massive security deposit and an entire year of rent paid up front, entirely in cash. The property management company, acting on behalf of an anonymous out-of-state investor, accepted the deal immediately. Marcus moved in, surrounded by marble countertops and vaulted ceilings, convinced he had successfully outrun his sins. He was safe. He was rich. He was a ghost. But slowly, strange things began to disrupt his perfect sanctuary. It started small. He found a strange envelope in his mailbox addressed to the Apex Recovery Fund. He assumed it was a bizarre postal error and shredded it. A few weeks later, he noticed a familiar-looking car, parked across the street for hours at a time, the driver hidden behind tinted windows. When he ordered a coffee at the local cafe, the barista accidentally called him by his real name, Marcus, before quickly correcting herself and using his fake alias. He chalked it up to paranoia, the natural anxiety of a man living on stolen time, telling himself he was just imagining the walls closing in. Then came the day of the routine property inspection. The property manager had informed him that the wealthy owner was in town and wanted to personally view the townhouse to approve some landscaping upgrades. Marcus agreed, eager to charm the landlord and ensure his continued anonymity. When the doorbell rang, he poured a glass of expensive wine, put on his best, welcoming smile, and opened the door. Standing there was not an eccentric billionaire. It was Elena. She was a retired corporate attorney who had purchased one of the very first VIP packages for Apex Elite Fitness. But more importantly, she was the furious, fiercely intelligent woman who had organized the devastated community into a relentless legal task force to hunt him down. Marcus dropped his glass. It shattered against the hardwood floor. Eleanor stepped inside, looking around the opulent living room, a cold, victorious smile playing on her lips. She explained exactly how small the world really was. She hadn't just filed police reports. She had hired private investigators to track the shell companies. Marcus used to launder the money. When they discovered he was looking to rent in this specific high-end neighborhood, Eleanor's coalition pooled their remaining resources, formed a blind trust, and bought the very townhouse he was eyeing. They became his landlord, because Marcus had willingly signed a legally binding lease and handed over his massive cash deposit and prepaid rent to the trust. The coalition's legal team immediately filed an injunction. The authorities had already verified the serial numbers and financial trails of the cash. It was legally recognized as stolen property. The lease was invalidated on the spot due to fraud. The deposit and the year's worth of rent were legally seized as the first wave of restitution for the victims. Within an hour, local law enforcement arrived to escort Marcus off the property. He was left standing on the curb, his fake identity exposed, his stolen fortune gone with absolutely nowhere to go. Karma hadn't just caught up to him, it had handed him the eviction notice. But Marcus being left on the street isn't where this story truly ends. When a desperate con artist loses everything in the blink of an eye, they usually make one final dangerous mistake. Next time on Karma's Harvest, we will reveal the reckless lengths Marcus went to in order to get his money back, and how Eleanor laid her final devastating trap. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss part 2 of this incredible story.